What's going on, boys and girls? Here we are at beautiful White Birch Lake, right? White Birch Lake. We're gonna run the Proboat 42 for the first time, and before we do, I'm gonna go on a nice little rant. So Proboat, if you're listening, you guys freaking suck. So we're gonna look inside here. The boat's relatively new, has not hit the water yet. So all I was originally just gonna do some regular good practice general maintenance like you would do with any boat when you get it. And this boat's got a nice feature where it's got this little housing that protect your collet and your prop shaft from throwing grease everywhere. So the first thing I went to do, like you would do with any boat, is you decouple the collet here, and your propeller shaft, as per the instructions and any other boat I've had, should slide right out the back. But with this completely loose, and it came out very, very tough as well. So it was very stiff when it came out, and after I had this all the way loosened up, reefing on the prop, pulling it back, twisting back and forth, it would not come out. So two things. First of all, the collet appears to have been stripped from the factory, so that wasn't cool. And then secondly, the instructions just tell you to decouple this and pull the prop out the back, and that's how it should work. However, as we would later learn, you need to, or at least I needed to, loosen up the prop strut. So there's these two screws here with nuts on the other side, and when you do that, that adjusts your prop angle. If you look underneath this boat, it's got a bent stuffing tube, which is totally fine. But apparently with the thickness of this prop shaft and this bend and this bushing in the back here, it creates so much friction that you can't get it out. So having not known that when I was going through this, when we got this decoupled, it wouldn't come out the back. It was jammed, tight as tight could be. So next thing we decided to do was pull the motor leads out, pull the motor out, and try to pull it out the front. So as I pulled the motor out, it decoupled eventually from the shaft. So then we had the shaft exposed going forward. So I started to pull the shaft out that direction, and it got out maybe 7 inches, and then it completely, and I mean completely jammed. It would not go out, it would not go in, it wouldn't do anything. So at this point, now I'm getting irritated. I've got a stripped collet. The propeller, or the prop shaft is stuck in the stuffing tube. So finally, the last thing we could think of was to loosen up the prop strut at the end, and as soon as we did that, the prop shaft came right out. So take all of that as lesson learned. Check your collet when you get it from the factory. If it starts unthreading really hard like mine, it's probably stripped from the factory. Fortunately, I put mine back together, and if I give the prop a turn here, hopefully the camera angle's down low enough, you can see I've got it pretty straight. It's pretty true to the other coupler, but it does have a little bit of a wobble to it, so it's slightly cross-threaded, but I did not do that. It came out super hard. The other things the directions explicitly tell you to do, if you have this decoupled and you're trying to pull the prop shaft out, there's these fins inside this collet that you can get a small flathead in. They state to pry those fins apart. Well, I can understand the concept of that, but the problem with that is, as you start to pry those fins apart, all of those little fins have threads on them. That's how your collet starts to thread. So once you start to move those, and you're trying to create a gap so that you can get the shaft out, now you're screwing up your threads. So I would recommend don't screw with that at all. If it gives you trouble, if you get this all the way loose like I did and it won't come out, take these screws out of the back, just drop the prop shaft as much as you can, or drop the strut as much as you can, and it should slide right out the back. So hopefully that's the only problem I'm going to have with this boat, but we'll see. So we got two 4S 50C Spectrum batteries in there. Got the Spartan out today with new trim tabs. Got quad trim tabs on the back of that, so hopefully that'll be more stable and help out with the chine walk. Got the atomic barbed wire. We're gonna see if that boat runs. Last time it's having a couple issues last time we had it out. Hopefully it'll run good. So let's connect up these batteries, and I'll go throw it out in the lake. Hopefully not lose it. All right, we got forward is forward, turning. There we go. First run with the Proboat 42. Got the batteries as far forward as I can get them. Prop strut is angled down, so it should help keep the nose down. Is a little chopped today. So like I had mentioned, I did have that that collet strip on me, so I got it as tight as I could get it. And hopefully that prop shaft is not going to slip inside the collet, because that's going to take away your speed. This is the stock prop, stock everything on this boat. Taking her easy here. Don't feel like flipping it today. This is my son's first time driving the Spartan. Like we said, we just got the dual trim tabs on that. You can work your way up to gradually more throttle. And I would say stick to this direction when you're going heavier throttle. I was thinking about putting the GoPro on the BlackJack, but it's my first day with it. I don't know how stable it's gonna be. I don't know, you know, obviously the water's pretty choppy. Actually, I better check my my steering trim here. Doesn't look too bad. The wind's gonna push it a little bit to the left. Yeah, turn. I think that prop shaft's coming loose. It was acting, maybe it was getting some cavitation. It was acting like my prop shaft's coming loose. It could be the prop cavitating though. You know what, I better pull it in and check that shaft. See if that's getting loose at all. Might be getting hot, because if that collet is loose, the friction's gonna make it get super hot. Look here, see if that's getting super hot. She is getting a little bit warm there, so it makes me think that might be slipping a little bit. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna cut and try to tighten that up just a little bit more. Easy going into the wind. Let's take her out a ways. Not a good idea to get on it with that crosswind going sideways. I think she'll flip. Woo, that front end got light. That was dumb. Going into the wind full throttle like I said I wouldn't. get some dinner here soon. Cooking burgers. One more pass. All right, let me check that collet, see how hot it's getting. Whoa! That was almost it right there. That was about as close to the edge as you can get without blowing over. It's Megan. Megan, you want to drive it? No, the other Megan. You don't have to if you don't want to. Whoops, okay. Sorry.
Don't go full throttle.
I don't know what that means.
So like when you pull the trigger towards you, it's gonna go forward.
Hold it with the other hand.
Yeah, you want to hold it with your left hand.
This
so
is how you turn.
Yep.
Okay.
There's your steering.
So right, left.
Yep, you'll figure it out. You can squeeze the trigger, pull it back towards you,
slow.
And it'll go away from us. It'll go forward.
So you put your finger
if you pull
in
it
here?
back, it goes forward. If you pull it back, it goes
There you
forward.
go. Yeah.
Slow though. It's not an on-off.
Yeah, it's analog. And then you can steer with that. Yeah, you put your
I see. I don't need to go anywhere right now. Look, I'm just cruising along.
Yeah, no, we're in the no wake zone. Yeah, you're not gonna hurt anything if you go out that way. Just don't hit Alessio.
Why does it sound like that?
Because you're going slow. You can point it the other way and actually give it some throttle. You're not gonna hurt it. Once you point out to the middle of the lake, then you can squeeze the trigger. Yeah, go ahead and squeeze the trigger a little harder. There you go.
Okay. Okay.
That was good.
Okay.
Hold on.
Don't hold it. Sit down, Megan.
Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to go around this thing. Oh, there's somebody over there.
Oh yeah, there's a boat. There's a guy in a boat. Don't beach the kayak yet, Alessio. We don't know if we're gonna flip or not. There you go. I was gonna say, you're still driving, okay. Didn't cheat and pass it off to Nick or anything. Oh, is it going that slow on its own, or are you just being gentle?
I'm just being gentle.
Okay. Because you got your battery right here. If it's flashing, then I'll tell you. It'll probably beep at you. All the children's watching. This is a perfect lake for boats. He's piloting that motorcraft like a pro. Or, I'm sorry, it would be watercraft, wouldn't it? Oh, now it's yelling at you. That's just telling you your battery's low. So just bring it back in. Should give you plenty of warning. Get the turning reversed when it's coming at you.